Investment Migration Insider had a good article today about Bitcoin actually becoming legal tender in El Salvador. This came out actually the 9th of June in a landmark decision expected since plans were first announced during the Bitcoin 2021 conference in Miami. On Saturday, a supermajority in El Salvador's parliament today approved the bill that makes Bitcoin alongside the US dollar actually as legal tender in the Central American country with immediate effect. Now, the adoption of the law that makes El Salvador the world's first country to have Bitcoin as legal tender has the following immediate effects. Number one is vendors in El Salvador must accept payments in either US or Bitcoin. And number two is there will be no capital gains tax applicable to the realization of Bitcoin gains. And number three is tax contributions may now be paid in Bitcoin. And number four is prices may be expressed in Bitcoin terms. Now, also, if you're interested in legally getting your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do three things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here, and you'll get new videos automatically as they come out. And number two is I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below. And number three is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. All right, now, for those unable to accept Bitcoin payments due to the lack of familiarity with technology, the government promises to provide alternatives that actually allow the user to carry out transactions in Bitcoin and have automatic and instant convertibility from Bitcoin to US dollar if they wish, which the law stated. Now, furthermore, the state will promote the necessary training and mechanisms so that the population can access Bitcoin transactions. Bukele has said that Salvadorians have to take the Bitcoin but not the risk, to which end he plans to set up a Bitcoin-denominated trust fund equivalent in value to US 150 million, through which Salvadorians could exchange their Bitcoin for US dollars, should they prefer not to hold Bitcoin. Now, such conversions, according to the Bitcoin Times, would be conducted through a government-issued wallet, which Bukele plans to build together with crypto payment app developer Strike, the same company that assisted in the formulation of the new law. Now, I'm going to just go over some of the law with you real quick. This is in Bitcoin Law, Chapter 1, General Dispositions. The purpose of the law is to regulate Bitcoin as an unrestricted legal tender with liberating power unlimited in any transaction and to any title that public or private natural legal persons require carrying out. This is mentioned in the previous paragraph. Does not hinder the application of the monetary integration law. And Article 2 states that the exchange rate between Bitcoin and the US dollar, subsequently US dollars, will be freely established by the market. And number three is prices will be expressed in Bitcoin. And number four is tax contributions can be paid in Bitcoin. And number five is exchanges in Bitcoin will not be subject to capital gains tax, just like any other legal tender. And number six is for accounting purposes, the US dollar will be used as the reference currency. And number seven is every economic agent must accept Bitcoin as payment when offered to him, whoever acquires the good or service. And number eight is without prejudice to the actions of the private sector, the state will provide alternatives that will allow the user to carry out transactions in Bitcoin and have automatic and instant convertibility from Bitcoin to the US dollar if they wish. Furthermore, the state will promote the necessary training and mechanisms so that the population can access Bitcoin transactions. And number nine is the limitations in operation of the alternatives in automatic and instantaneous conversion from Bitcoin to the US dollar provided by the state will be specified in the regulations issued for this purpose. And number 10 is the executive branch will create the necessary institutional structure to apply this law. Now, there is a final and transitional provisions, and that is Article 11, the central bank and the superintendency of the financial system shall issue the corresponding regulations within the period mentioned in Article 16 of this law. Now, the president also clarified that there would be a 90-day adaptation period from the bills taking effect to allow the implementation of the necessary infrastructure. In Twitter Spaces conversion early this morning, late last night in El Salvador, President Nayib Bukele promised to sign off on the new law no later than the first thing in the morning, according to the Cointelegraph, which has already taken place. All right, now this is the way the permanent residency is going to work. They've got a new program they're putting out. All right, now there's a permanent residency for 106,000 US at today's rates of whatever Bitcoin was as of the 9th, okay? So it will fluctuate according to what Bitcoin is. The promise they're stating of a jurisdiction that will not tax Bitcoin transactions, that will bring millions of unbanked citizens into the formal economy, and that is actively promoting a private sector-driven ecosystem for crypto development, has generated instant interest in relocation to the country. In the same Twitter Spaces conversion or conversation, Bukele revealed he would now turn his attention to preparing another bill, one which would enable El Salvador to grant permanent residence permits to those who would invest 3 Bitcoin in the country, which was 106,000 at the current rates the day they figured this out. All right, now, such investments reportedly may take the form of real estate, business capitalization, and a number of still undefined investment types to be defined by the government. The minimum amount, according to the Bitcoin Times, would be denominated in Bitcoin rather than dollars. It was not immediately clear whether or not how those minimum investment amounts would change with the fluctuation of Bitcoin price. Now, permanent residency status in El Salvador can lead to citizenship through naturalization on a time frame of 1 to 5 years. Now, those that will be eligible are persons who are nationals of Spain or Latin American countries who have established a 1-year residency, or foreigners from anywhere who have established a 5-year residence in the territory, or foreigners who are married to Salvadorian spouses and have established a 2-year residency, or persons who have rendered exceptional service to the nation. Now, of course, this is available only through a legislation decree. Now, Salvadorian citizenship provides for a great deal of mobility according to the Henley passport. Holders of the Salvadorian passports are welcome without a visa-free travel of 134 destinations worldwide. I actually think it's 135. I think they misprinted on this, but I'll give you the figures in just a minute, including the Shenzhen area, the UK, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan, Singapore, the UAE, Brazil, and a host of other desirable countries. All right, now we can actually help you in this residency by investment if you want to. If you want to get involved with this, I'm going to give you the advantages and disadvantages, which we went through this program a while back, but it's been a while since we went through it. But I'm going to go through some of the specifications on this so you'll know before you make an international move. But we can help you on this program if you want us to. All right, now, El Salvador is a country in Central America. It's bordered by the northwest by Honduras, and on the northwest by Guatemala, and on the south of the Pacific Ocean. El Salvador's capital city is San Salvador. All right, now, this is Salvadoran citizens actually had visa-free or visa-free on arrival to one extra country than what they listed. It's actually 135 and not 134 countries and territories, ranking it actually at 37th best passport in the world as far as traveling. It does have visa-free to the Shenzhen countries. The GDP per capita is $4,058 a year. When forming a company in El Salvador, you can also choose between a limited liability company, public limited company, or a branch or a representative office. Now, representative offices cannot do any direct business with El Salvador. They can only promote and connect clients with its company abroad. El Salvador uses a territorial tax system, but now taxes some worldwide income to its residents. Now, dual citizenship is allowed in El Salvador in most cases, unlike most of the other countries in Central America that don't allow dual citizenship. Now, El Salvador ranks 14th among Latin America countries in terms of the Human Development Index, and third in Central America behind Panama and Costa Rica, partly because of ongoing rapid industrialization. The country continues to struggle with high rates of poverty, inequality, and gang-related violent crime. This place has very high homicide rate, one of the highest in the world. It has been number one for several years. It's not number one, I think, last year, but it's been number one quite a few years. The Calan, which was the currency of El Salvador since 1892, was replaced by the United States dollar in 2001, and now they're also going to be having Bitcoin. All right, now the taxes are as follows. This is something you're going to have to think about. The corporate tax rate's 30%. There is a personal tax of 30% also. There's a sales tax of 13%, Social Security tax of 10%, and the breakout is 7% of this is paid by the company, 3% is paid by the employee. There are now 30 public hospitals in El Salvador, plus various primary care facilities and 27 basic health care systems. There are also clinics staffed by community health teams that have been established in rural areas. All those services are supposed to be free. There is a shortage of funds, which means that people have to pay for supplies. The quality of health care in El Salvador is considered to be pretty poor, with the country's healthcare system ranked 115th out of 190 countries over the world. Now, I'm going to give you my evaluation of this program, and it is as follows. I do like the visa-free travel, the cost of living, and it does allow dual citizenship in most instances, and it uses the U.S. dollar as its currency, and now also Bitcoin. Things I don't like is El Salvador has it's the 5th highest homicide rate per capita of any country in the world. The health care is really bad. The country taxes worldwide income in some instances, not in all instances. You'll have to pass the Spanish test to get the passport. If you're not a citizen, the country will strongly limit what you can do inside the country as far as your business goes. This is a lot like Panama, so you need to check before you go there on your type of business. We can help you with that. In a Spanish-speaking country, you're also going to waste a lot of time communicating with people. I lived in Panama for 4 years. I'm going to tell you, you need to consider that. If you can't speak the language, you're going to spend a lot of wasted time trying to learn it. Anyway, if you're making at least $150,000 US dollars a year, and or you have a net worth of at least 1 million US, and you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here, and you'll get new videos as they come out automatically. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Hit that top bar that says apply with us, fill out the questions. Hit that bottom bar that says send it to us. We'll get back with you. We deal with a lot of citizenship by investment, residency by investment countries all over the world. Currently about 100 countries we deal with, and we can help you with this program too if you're interested. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.